When preparing to do a service on an Aquatop canister filter, it's a good idea to have 2 empty 5-gallon buckets in the vicinity. Since the canister filter does not have a power on-off switch, you must unplug it from the wall before doing any service. Once the unit is off, gently lift up the locking tab on the filter intake and output valve control. This position locks the water in the hose siphoning down from the tank. Then gently lift up the locking mechanism and place it out of the way. You are now prepared to disassemble the canister filter. Once the control valve is removed from the filter head, release the 4 latches connecting the filter head to the body of the canister. Lift the head up and place it into one of the empty 5-gallon buckets. Since the canister body has no handles, it's best to dump out the dirty water into an empty 5-gallon bucket. You can now relocate the canister body to the work area to clean the media. Once the filter head and dirty water is removed from the canister body, you begin to remove your trays for cleaning. As with most canister filters, the flow of water is from the bottom of the canister up through the media and pumped back into the tank. Since this is from the bottom tray, as you can see, the heaviest accumulation of dirt appears in this tray. For my particular application, the Aquatop filter is used strictly for mechanical filtration. The filter trays are loaded with various types of mechanical filtration media. One great advantage of this Aquatop filter is the 4 trays are very large and can hold a lot of material. Now that the filter material and trays have been cleaned, it's time to reload the trays for installation into the canister body. Since the flow of water through the canister is from the bottom to the top, this bottom tray is loaded with 2 pieces of mechanical foam. This is the blue sponge that came with the Aquatop filter. I use this sponge as a template to cut the black sponge plus the blue filter material. This is the completed bottom tray. This is the next tray from the bottom, 3rd tray of the stack. This tray is filled with various sponges. These white sponges are refills from AquaClear filters. I found the AquaClear refill sponges, particularly for the 110s or the 70s, work very well. They're cut, shaped, and formed to fit into the tray. When putting pieces of sponge into a tray, it's important to try to get them as snug as possible to each other and to the sides of the tray to avoid water bypass. Here's the completed 3rd tray. The 2nd tray in the filter stack. First, a piece of black mechanical foam is placed in the bottom of the tray. This foam is to catch any large debris that may have passed through the bottom and the 3rd tray. On top of the black foam, a piece of blue filtering material which will begin to trap any small particles of debris that will pass through the foam sponges in the prior trays. It's important to tamp them down, try to get it as snug in the tray as possible. The completed 2nd tray. The top tray contains blue filter material only. This 1st tray acts as the polishing step. Any debris that would have passed through the sponges in the bottom 3 trays will be caught in this top layer of fine filtering material before being pumped back into the tank. The completed 1st tray. If you're going to use your Aquatop filter for both biological and mechanical filtration, I would suggest that you place the biological media into nylon media bags and then place those full bags into the trays. It's much easier when servicing to remove the bags full of media, rinse them in a 5-gallon bucket of either tank water or dechlorinated tap water, and then replacing them back into the trays. Do not rinse biological media under tap water. The tap water is harmful to the bacteria. When assembling the trays to go back in the canister filter body, notice the notch on the bottom of the tray. That notch fits into the handle of the tray below it. As you create the stack, you should hear and feel a distinct click as each tray falls into place. When creating the stack inside the canister body, you don't have the ability to see the notch. Do it outside the canister a couple of times. Get accustomed to the feel and the sound of the snap when the trays lock in place. Slip the cover on top, and that completes the tray stack. Now that the canister body, media, and media trays have been cleaned, it's time to prepare the filter head. Pay close attention to debris on the underside of the filter head. Wipe down the UV glass tube and get into as many nooks and crannies as you can. Any debris left on the bottom side of the filter head will push back into the tank when you re-engage the filter. Maintaining the rubber O-ring is a critical component of any maintenance of any canister filter. The rubber O-ring is critical in providing a sound, watertight seal between the filter head and the canister body. This is a silicone-based grease available at Home Depot, Lowe's, and the plumbing department. A silicone-based grease is superior to a petroleum-based grease, such as Vaseline, in that the silicone is more fish-friendly and will not deteriorate the rubber of the O-ring over time. The O-ring sits around the perimeter of the filter head. Wipe it down to remove any debris, then apply a generous amount of silicone lube all around the rubber O-ring. Set the clean filter head to the side. Now that all the filter components are cleaned, move the canister body close to the location of operation. Arrange your stack in reverse order and place it next to the canister body. Begin placing the trays and listen for the click. That ensures the trays are seated properly. After the last tray, place the cover on top of the stack. Now fill up the canister body with either tank water or dechlorinated tap water. The canister body holds about 2.5 gallons of water. Only fill the canister body until the top tray is submerged. Do not fill the canister body up all the way. There's about 3 inches of space between the lid of the stack and the bottom of the filter head. That needs to be empty to accommodate the filter head. Now, lifting up the filter head, align the UV tube into the holes and press down. After making the seal, reattach the locking levers to secure the filter head to the canister body. Last step is to clean the intake outflow control lever. And grease the 2 nylon bushings on the tubes. This will facilitate easy replacement for this service and also for easier removal for the next service. When ready, take the control unit, slide it down into the filter head, align the tubes, and push down firmly. Engage the lever, which opens the siphon line and begins the flow of water into the canister to top it off. Your Aquatop filter is now cleaned, primed, and ready for action. Plug the unit back into the wall to engage the filtration.